See if you can hear me. See if you can hear me. Somebody let me know in the chat. Hello, everybody. Blessings, everyone. See if you can hear me. I'm going to turn it off. Somebody let me know in the chat. Hello, everybody. Hey, fantastic. Great. I'm going to turn that off. Always takes a minute with all these things you have to do. Okay, great. Wonderful. All right, hello, everybody. Yay. Say hello and where you're from, and we're going to go ahead and start. I've got some things to talk about. I don't know if you saw my post that I put up last week. I put a post up, it said, "Are you in balance?" And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about some things, going to talk about the evolution that's happening now with the body and the body pain, because it's still going. And let me see if I can close this here. Come on. Not sure why I can't get the chat to close. I guess the X isn't working today. X. It's not letting me. Hello, everyone. It's always something with these things. I can't get the chat to close, Julie, so that I can have the screen. Um, Everybody say hi to Julie. Julie's not helping me as always, always trying to be my technical advisor. Hello, Edna, Cindy. Hello, Elmer, Sergio. I can't see. Let's see. Hello from Norway. Hello, France. Okay, let's see if this is working. Andrea, Carmen. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Cindy. Hello. Uh, Epstein. Aloha. Kate Fire to the Rain, Christine Newsletter, Sherry Noah. Hello, everyone. Make sure that you, please, if you wouldn't mind sharing the link to one of your social medias so we can get people on here. We're going to do some activations today to help people. Click on the chat icon again. No, it doesn't do anything. It's like locked. It always has something. It's taken up half the screen. Oh, well. Not the X. The chat icon. It just says top chat and there's an arrow and it doesn't do anything. And the three little thingies do nothing. And if I click in the chat, it does nothing. And there's a dollar sign and yeah, nothing does anything. All right, I can't move it either. Let me see. Technology is my friend. Okay, well, hello, everybody. Hello from New Mexico. Hello, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Florida, Lebanon. Someone's asking if there's a replay. These are always on here when I go live. You just have to go in and click the live area. There, when you go into YouTube, I don't really know how to explain that so well, but there's like, it says videos, live, and whatever. You got to click the live because it won't put it in the videos column anymore. Okay, so just make sure you do that. Naples, Florida, hello. Okay. Oregon, hello. Colorado, North Carolina, hello, hello. Hello, Portugal. Okay, so we are going to, I know you're on the Zoom bottom of the screen. The Zoom, I can't get to it, Julie. The Zoom bottom of the screen. What am I looking for? No, no. Uh-oh, I lost YouTube. I lost YouTube. I don't know how to get back there, Julie. Oh my goodness. A day with Keleena. A day alive with Keleena. Yay. This is why somebody else has to do this stuff for me. I'm just not getting it. Well, I'll Julie, you're gonna have to, I cannot see anything. I'm going to close this. How can I get back there? Goddess. There we are. Goodness. Okay, we're not doing anything else because I can't figure it out and I can't make my screen bigger and yeah, just gonna leave it. So let's go ahead. I want to talk about the what's happening right now. Hello, Ohio, hello, Portland, hello, everyone. Um, we have so much going on still with the physical symptoms that everyone is going through. I mean, not everyone's going through it. What I actually found out when I really tuned in and was connecting um, and receiving information and downloads is it seems to be a lot of the older souls are going through more intense pains right now. And I have to tell you, I've done this before in this life already. After my walk in, I went through some really intense pains, but it's like happening again. So as we evolve and as this evolution continues in this process that we're calling ascension, everything has to evolve, the mind, the body, the soul. Okay, so if our soul continues to expand, right, and our mind is expanding because our awareness is expanding with all of the information that's flowing in, through your awakening, what happens is the body is going to expand as well. And I don't mean like you're getting bigger, but you are getting bigger. You're becoming more light. So the amount of light that is literally penetrating our bodies right now is just massive. And for me, it started that weekend of April 20th and 21st. And it's like things started slowly happening in my body and the pains started. And they're not easing up and they've been pretty debilitating. So I feel for all of you that are going through this. It is not just in our head. And I'm going to tell you, I have gone to have some things checked just because uh, there's certain things that you want to make sure, if you ever have anything happening, if it's like something's affecting a part of your body and you're just not quite sure if it's just the evolution that's happening, go get checked out. Always do that. Go to your and also go to other healers if you can. Utilize other people's services. I've been working with a lot of different people to help me to because everything that I normally do, which takes pain away instantly, this time is not working. So it's like, okay, this is another level. Okay, this is another level. So I am working with an actual fascia massage. Well, she's done right now. She actually got sick. I'm like, oh no. So she's having to take care of herself now. But working with her when we were working on the body and releasing pain and tension in the body, working with the fascia, we were, constantly telling the body, and myself, we were telling the body, the body is safe. You are safe. So you feel safe. So the body feels safe when these pains are occurring. Because one of the things is through programming as a human, when we are children growing up and if we go through some kind of pain as a child and we weren't nurtured in some way, um, you may not have that safety there and may need to reassure yourself and reassure the body that you are safe at all times. And you keep talking to your body and loving your body and nurturing your body and taking care of it because this is really important right now. Everything blends together, it's all weaved. And it's really important for us to love ourselves. This is a part of the self-love in this process that's really important. Um, if we don't do this, if we don't love ourselves, it can end up being possibly worse. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay. Um, okay, I've got to check something. Julie's texting me. Okay, sorry. Everything's live. Um, so we are going through these growing pains, and that's what I'm calling them. That's the physical evolution of the body. It's the growing pains that you're going to have, and the growing pains aren't just in this way. Okay. Um, so my Patreon members know that I had, and my Patreon is still paused for July, and my sessions are paused for July. I'm not taking anything as I'm going through this. I am nurturing myself. I need this for me because normally I give so much. I'm constantly doing things, answering questions, something that now my body's like, nah, you're going to step back and you're going to take care of you. And so that's what I'm doing right now. But one of the things that's happening for me is in the winter time after my grandbaby was born in January, I was going through all of these shifts because that was my birthday. She was born on my birthday, but I was also going through these changes as well, knowing that some things are not serving me anymore, not just people, places, that kind of stuff, but my work. And I was back and forth with Julie, and Julie's been, you know, uh, been talking back and forth. We've been talking about things for like probably a year and a half on shifting the sessions and stuff like that. And then we talked about, I love working with people in person, doing events, utilizing, letting the power work through me, that transforms people's lives. And so one of the things I had announced back then, and I'm pretty sure I put it on YouTube too, is that I'm going to do more gatherings. I was going to just travel and do more gatherings. Um, and I was going to get ready to start doing that in the spring. So, yeah, that's not happening just yet because the body's like, no. So that is, I got really tired of being behind the computer screen all the time. You're on there. And for those of you that do have a Patreon, it is a full-time plus job to have a Patreon. And then to do sessions, and then YouTube videos, and then newsletters and events and everything else. And there's like no time for yourself. So through this growing pains, and this transformation, and this cycle of myself, um, I have to let some things go. And this is what you're going through as well. So your growing pains are going to show you this. Pay attention to, where the pain shows up in your body, what it may be connected to, what is it affiliated with? How can it help you change and make a decision that's right for you? Because it comes um, into a fine balance is what it is. We have got to balance ourselves. And I kept getting the cards all the time, all year, like the balance card, the balance card, the balance card. I'm like, what's off balance? Um, and here it is. So now it shows up, in our physical body through this process. So I need more rest. I need more time for me, but also the body is evolving. We are becoming more light, and it's a beautiful process, but it can be painful. But it's all good if this is what you chose. If you chose Ascension, you're going to go through this. There's no ifs, ands, or doubts. Um, Also, I had my dear sister Jamie had stopped over to see me. A lot of you may know Jamie Price. And uh, she stopped over and we were talking about this. And I have been picking up for the last, 6 weeks is that this is very much connected to balancing the feminine and masculine. Because for me and for a lot of people I know, it's on the right side of the body. So for me, it's my right leg. And I know a lot of people that have this right now. And I don't mean like five, I mean like a lot. And so there's a balance that's coming in, and there is a union that is occurring as we are releasing the old masculine identity and the old energies, the old template of the masculine that's within us. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. As you're releasing that, it's allowing you to receive the divine masculine. Okay. And I've seen a lot of posts where women are just beating up men. They're like, it's the men's fault. It's the masculine's fault. All the masculine are going through this right now. The masculine, they have to go through that. But what they're not realizing when they're saying that is women and men are masculine. Okay. Be careful what you write. Don't not identify yourself with masculine if you're a woman, because everybody has it. You've been everything and everyone. But so this process that's happening, it is this next step of this union within yourself. And my trip last year to Egypt was to open the codes of union. So the people that went on the Egypt trip with me, the group that came, that was one of the things. It was divine union, and it started on a solar eclipse, and that was going to begin the anchoring of these new codes. They were bringing them in. I did a lot of work with a couple other people before we started the actual event, the actual gathering. But that's what it was for. And when I saw that, they said 6 months. And I didn't really understand what they meant by 6 months. So what it was by the 6th month is when this was going to start. And if you go back to that time, I finally had the realization a couple of days ago. I was like, oh, I get it now. It was October 2023, which was the solar eclipse, and it was massive for a lot of people. 6 months later was the solar eclipse again in April. And here we are. It's shifting, it's starting, it's beginning, it's happening. Okay, silly me. At least I wrote it down. I had my little notes, but I get it now. I'm like, okay, they were saying 6 months and 6 months. So that time period in between the anchoring of the codes was happening, and the transition was already happening for humanity on the planet. And now we are in this intense part of this stage where you've got to let certain things go that are not serving you, letting things go that maybe your masculine identity, which is I've got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. It's like everything's like in order, everything is on a list. I got a checklist, I got to do this. Those are the things you have to let go of, because we're supposed to be living in the moment. And that's so important. So every day I get up and I'm like, okay, today, and I get up and I have this attitude every day that I am healed. This is done. I'm at that next step. And every day I get up and it's still there. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, what do I have to go dive deep in? So for those of you that saw my last live, I talked about how I had Gaia in my knee. And when I was asking, why is Gaia in my knee? They were like, well, a lot of the work that you're doing is for the collective, Keleena. You're picking up the collective's fears, the collective's identity with their fears. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to break this contract because it's been so painful. So I have gotten to the point where Gaia is no longer in my knee. And there's like little tweaking things that are happening. Um, but we're still going through this. So I feel for all of you that are having things. One other thing that I did notice is that it's very strange. It's, I am a walk-in. For those that have never heard of, have been on here before, as a walk-in, I don't remember most of what happened in my life previous to January 1st, 2015. Now, it's an expanded version of myself. It's the same soul, but we're expanded. So I don't remember a lot of that stuff. But the pains that are coming up on this body are not connected to me from after the walk-in. They're from before it. So when something comes up, like I was telling Julie, I got this pain in my finger. Like it won't bend all the way. And like this one will bend, right? This will bend. This one won't bend all the way. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. It won't bend. And it's like sore. Um, so I have to ask for cell memory. So I'm like, Spirit, okay, please show me what is this connected to? And so they'll open up a memory for me. And what I was shown was a vision of when I was about 11 years old or so. And I was getting out of the van. We had a very large family. So we had one of those vans with the sliding doors. And I had gotten out and I stepped down and I had my hand there. And my little sister had slammed the door on my hand. This finger had been damaged. And I went through and we were at a party, I think it was my nephew's christening or something. But we were at a party where I was told, don't cry. You have nothing to cry about. It's just a bruise. It hurt for weeks. Okay. I was given ice and a Tylenol and I was told to go sit in a room until I was done crying. So I had this whole vision today. I'm like, oh, there we go again. It's another incident where um, pain affliction. And guess what happens? No safety. Didn't feel safe. There was no nurturing. There was no caring. There was no love. There was no, let's get her to the doctor. I'm sure it was, I mean, it's funny now. So it's like crooked and everything. I know it was broken, but it was more important for the party and for me to be quiet during the party and be put in a room. So this came up and just today, and I'm like, ow, I'm like, ah. So I went in and had to heal that. And then I was shaking my hands and it popped and I can bend it a little more now. But this is this process that we're going through. It's like so like detailed. I'm like, really? Am I going to have every single thing on my body that I ever had to experience? And they're like, no, just the things where you didn't feel safe. You didn't feel secure. Because we have to get to that point now to be able to allow the body to trust what's happening. Okay. So before we would just close up and be in the pain body. And so now we have to allow ourselves to trust. So and was also, this might help some of you. It was my belief by 11 years old, after having many things where I've had pain inflicted, it was my belief at that time that if I got hurt, no one was going to help me. And that was my belief. And so that is a belief that today I'm like, okay, I see that. And that was as the version of myself that I was before. So I had to release that. So my body's hurting now, but I have a lot of friends, a lot of healer friends, and that are helping me, that are assisting me. I'm going to network chiropractic. I'm doing, these things. These are things that I'm going to say, try them. Okay. I did have an MRI on my knee because the pain has been so excruciating. And guess what? Everything's intact. I'm like, okay. Everything's intact. So it's just like there's something still there with the right side that's not allowing the movement forward. And that is that masculine energy. But as I was talking to Jamie about this, I'm like, this is where we're at right now on the earth. And if you see the grip with that patriarchal masculine energy that's still trying to control humanity, this is why a lot of you are going to have it on the right side. So what we had to do, and what I did yesterday, is I went in to meditation, and I just sat there and I sent love to the opposing energies, to all of them, to ones that I'm just like, oh, I don't like you. I did that so that it can neutralize it. So that's what we have to do. The only way that we're going to be able to remove and transform these things is by using our love, our big hearts, our light. Okay. And this is part of this process. And that's alchemy. That is alchemy. So let's see what else I've got here. So everybody good so far? Everybody, yeah. Oh, we got lots. Hello, hello. Um, Now we got people with childhood trauma, body pains. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Oklahoma. Neck injuries. Uh-huh. Ah, yeah. Andrea fell in love in April 8th. Good for you. Good for you. Remember who you are is my message. Okay. Because when you fall in love with God, that means you fall in love with yourself. All right. Uh, so you awakened your husband. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Lars is saying he has left knee problems and right side stomach on and off. So that's the balance. If you see that's your feminine side and your masculine side, there's a balance that has to occur there. Um, Lots are happening. And this is, like I've said before, I've done this. Can't remember, I think it was 2017 when my frozen shoulder started. I can't remember what side it started on. I think it was this one. And then it went to the other one in 2018. It was horrible. It was so excruciating chronic pain. It was just like you couldn't move your arms. But I'm actually having those symptoms again. Not as bad because I can lift my arms and stuff, but I'm like, okay, there's this hold back, like spirit's like, there's still a hold back. And we really have to dive into balancing ourselves. Okay. So there's something in life that's not balanced yet. Really take a look at that for yourself and see what it could be. Okay. Um, we've got right ears, couple people with right ears, wrists. Um, Hello, Vinita. Uh, yes, yes. Floaters in the eyes, knee pain. So many people with knee pain, so many people with knee pain. Remember that the knee, is connected to how do we step forward? If the knee is not mobile, the body is not so mobile. So it's holding us back. And it could feel like traumatizing. Like I was like, I can barely get out of bed some days. I'm like, what? I feel like I went from 25 to 95. I'm like, what happened? But I'm working with the body, and this is what we have to do. This is the evolution of this. Um, we have to trust. We have to trust in what's happening. Um, I keep getting the message as well as to get in the water. I'm in Sedona, and unfortunately for me to get in the water, I've got to go down hills and I can't at the moment. I tried once, my friend Janet took me and it got down, but it was painful and I couldn't sit in the water because I can't get back up. That's how bad it was. But that was a few weeks ago. So there's just something always going on. Um, so let's see. And I'm going to ask everybody, please like the video so we can get this video, these algorithms going. I'm going to do some activations and stuff for everybody. And I'm just looking at my notes, what else I wrote down. I'm gonna do some healing things. I'm going to do some sound healing as well. Let me see. This is like weird. Okay. A lot of people. Vertigo many times is connected to what's happening with the Schumann, what's happening um, with these geomagnetic storms. You know, this sun stuff is not going to stop. I said that back in, I think, January. I see it like every month. They just show me flashes, flashes, flashes on the calendar. It's not going to stop. It's bringing in codes of light for us. And again, the water holds the codes. Water is God consciousness. There's a lot of people finally talking about it. A lot of us have known that for a long time. Those of us that are water priestesses, it's why we do the water priestess work for years and years on the grid. But water holds the codes that come in from the sun. So if you can get in natural waters, please get in there and absorb those codes if you need to do it in a way that, you know, we have so much, it's almost like our bodies are being zapped with electricity. Get in the water to calm it down some, okay? Really important. Nature is your best friend. I always tell everyone, I've been saying this for years on here and my Patreon members, be in nature, you know, get on the earth, commune with Gaia. It's so important. Uh, Yep, I'm glad that you did your healing. Crafty girl, Maria. That's fantastic. I've had so many healings in this life and things where I can go into the void and come back with no pain, like that, like simple. But this time, it's not happening. There's we are at an expanded version and an accelerated rate where there's so much energy coming in. We are dealing with um, the energies that are coming into the planet and the shifts that Gaia is having within herself. So we have to, I say this all the time, her vibration is continually changing, the frequency is continually changing. So we have to change with her, or we won't be able to be here. And this is just how it is. This is the process. That's why a lot of people, when the things start to get more intense, a lot of people leave the planet. It's too much for them. There's also that intensity of the energy on the planet from what I call the opposing energy. So, you know, don't pay attention to that stuff. I've had a lot of private messages sent to me and given to me in private videos and all kinds of stuff about things going on all over the world. And I'm finally like, okay, and these are like from people that are in the midst of these things. And I'm like, I can't listen to this anymore. I can't read their messages. I can't take on that because we're changing the trajectory of this planet. And if we want to do that, I'm going to continue to do my grid work. I'm going to continue to hold that elevated state of consciousness. I'm going to continue to create what I want to be because we are in such a split right now, such a huge split. And it's just going to keep going and it's going to go like this. And then you're going to have boom, two separate Earth. I mean, Earth is constantly changing all the time. You're changing all the time. But this split is it's so big. It's just going to happen. And when it finally happens fully and you're on that higher trajectory, it's like whoop, and this one's still going to keep going, but you're not going to be there. So I've been seeing this for years. I've talked about it a few times on here, but it's really important to know that if you want to be there, let go of all that and don't pay attention to the hoopla that's going on because there's a lot of hoopla. I don't know what better word to use, hoopla. Oh, okay. Let's see. Hello, Melissa. Okay, we've got lots going on here. Pain in the right groin muscles. Maria, Krista, right side for her. Oh, thank you for the healing my knee. Thank you. I wish it was just my knee, but it's like both of my hips, my knees, and my shoulders. And I was like, why am I getting it so intense now? Why am I getting every major joint? And they're like, you're helping to transform the stuff, the Gaia stuff, okay, still. And I'm like, mm. I'm just like, really, no, I don't want to. I'm like, I'm breaking that contract. And every time I try to break the contract, it's like still there. Um, Robert, your left eye, okay. So if I left pain behind the knee, Sherry and Sedona, how about just taking a hot bath with salt? You can do hot bath with salts as much as you want to. Um, any kind of salt baths, anything with the salts is always good for you. I personally can't even get out of the tub because of the pain. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to skip that. So the other thing I do since I can't use the tub in the shower, wet yourself down. I talked for about like the last 8 years about this as well, something that my team showed me. If you can't be in a tub, wet your body in the shower and then rub the salts all over you and let it just set for a couple minutes and then rinse off. It does the same thing. Okay. Um, headaches are, well, okay, headaches can be many things. Yes, they are part of this, but also headaches can be caused from cell phones, computers, cell towers. There's a lot of that going on right now. I talked about that in the last live. So do whatever you can. Hello, little bug. To try to alleviate the EMFs and radiation in your home. I do not have my internet plugged in at all until I came on here. It's been off for a week. I could just keep it up. Oh, it's been off for many weeks. But if I have to do something where I have to go live or something like that, I'll plug it in, then I unplug it and I don't have it on. Um, if I gotta do something through my phone and use my hotspot really quick, I do that and then I turn it all off. Because what I'm noticing is with the cell towers, and I talked about this in the last live video, it was a couple weeks ago, is they put one on about a half a mile or so, maybe 3/4 a mile from my home. I feel like I'm cooking inside. It's not nice. So I'm super, super sensitive, so I can feel those things. Some people won't feel them, but I do. So I've got myself a device. It's all home device that I'm trying, and I plugged it in, and it seems to be helping. And I'm just going to keep testing a little more before I tell anyone really about it too much because I want to see where it goes with that. Okay. Um, let's see. Well, lots of people with the eye stuff. Ah, extreme eye pain. And a lot of times, so if you have eye pain, it could be connected to your third eye chakra as well, opening. Um, yeah, barometric pressures. I'm in Sedona, so it's pretty hot here. 105 it's been this week. Barometric pressure, I don't think it's been that big. Not really any rain. Uh, okay, let me see. Lots of pain on the right side in the shoulder blade versus Sergio. To his knee, struggles his hip, working construction. Yeah, and you're young. I'm sorry, but you're young. Um, so yeah, it is go in and take a look at, if it's connected to any emotional um pains, anything emotional that you would pick up that is connected to a belief about something and release that, heal that, neutralize it in love. You open your heart, neutralize that belief in love. Go, I don't believe that anymore. I'm done with that. Let's see. Another one, Lorinda. Back, hip, knee, and neck, several weeks. I feel for you, my love. I know. Telasco. I manifested through a bird. I'm not sure what that means, but I actually became a bird last month. I was sitting in here with some of the sisters that were helping me, and all of a sudden I was this massive bird sitting in a nest. It was the weirdest thing. It weird, but not weird, because that's what we're multidimensional. I'll talk about another time. I'll talk about that on Patreon. um, okay, I don't know where that thumb came from, but okay. Your 7-year-old has aches and pains. Hmm. If you can get her in the water, do that. Okay. Extremely tired and no motivation is it goes along with this as well. Tiredness is also coming from these shifts from the Schumann. Uh, when this comes in, these codes come in and they're activating the New Earth grid, the crystalline grid, and amplifies everything. And one of the things is, you know, the magnetics of the planet are changing. You're inside this body, we're all electric. Everything like is getting frazzled. And it's just like, oh, I need to rest. I need to listen to the body and take that time to have a nap. Okay. Again, this is about self-love. You're going through this because you chose it. Okay. Uh, okay, tinnitus. Yes. Well, okay, I have something to say about that. It's harder when you have kids that can't go outside because it's so hot. One of the things that I did, because my kids are in their 20s now, we unplugged things. It's very simple to unplug things and take things away. My kids had to have they didn't have phones. They had iPods and stuff. They had to leave it on the kitchen counter at night. They couldn't take it in the rooms. They were only allowed to have it certain times of the day. And but at night, unplug the internet. It's that simple. You don't have to um give them things to do, like the old games, game boards, things like that, painting, arts, crafts, those kinds of things. That awakens that creativity mind. And that's really important for our kids now because those kids coming in are so different. They need to be filled with ideas. They need to allow themselves to expand their imagination. And they are not doing that on electronics. I'm sorry, they're just not. I've seen some of the things that they've got out there for the kids, and it's just, I'm like, no, this is not Keleena approved for my kids. Anyway, you can do whatever you want. But that's all I have to say about that. Hello, Robert from Pennsylvania. Okay. Mariana Maka Ratushna Manaki. Ishitani. Asharo Uptaka. Scalp irritation and losing hair. Okay, sometimes when people's crowns are really activating, and you feel like tingling on the head and sensations like that. It can be like very intense. Do know people that when their crown was opening or expanding, they were losing their hair. Okay, but I think castor oil. I know castor oil does wonders for your hair. Your hair follicles, your eyebrows, your eyelashes. Um, so if you're worried about that, utilize that. Okay, Meriki aturush namara karanta naranta. Namerketi kirgat skuru ut namer inna. Okay. All right, we've got codes coming in. We're gonna do this. Ready, everybody? So do what I always say. And please remember to like and share the video. Let's get this out there for people, okay? Um, 1 minute, I've got codes coming in. The channeling comes, I start, my nose runs. Matana ar. All right, everybody, say out loud, I now align and drop into my divine sacred heart. Just going to send you a little healing here. This is one of my healing crystals. Ama at en iraki. Shut up. That's dead enemy. At out ut era int era anamara utnt era ana at ut ustu. Ja, sant am ir unamara ke etest. Sakut era und merasta ut me era unamase. He era ara tellen I. Fa en. Measu, meatu. Niahanai. Oh. Stena krapata kera krate shtena nara shtara sura marhama. Ami. Amadaktena etero stukrostanta mira anakira shenno murfum asi. Ania kare tu ania so. Release. Sot und im iro und arasht. Mech and et eras kier stora. Mahat event irus em. Ihi in ir un ach. Lara unnamarasht. Mur und ur und iro und iro und iro und iro un. Expand. Yasu. Nihana. Tadas tarada. Unnan mene inne unna nera und iro unta ursturu uch und urskai. Semp irostu und mir. Na hena vom eras kitter est ut. Kiras ora, kiras ora, kiras ora, kiras ora. Ma There. Huh. Oof. Okay. Ooh, those were Syrian codes. We just had that Syrian gateway. Um, woo. The last ones that were the last ones were just Syrian. I just need to adjust myself and I'm going to do some more. The Syrian Gateway opened July 2nd. It always does every year and it lasts for 5 days and it closes on 7/7. The gateway last year I did a live 7/7 Syrian Gateway portal thing, but this year I was like, no, my body was like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. But if you didn't catch it on my Instagram, I posted, we caught the one um gateway that opened live while I was live. And I showed the picture on the live a couple weeks ago. And then the second one, when I was finished, I posted on YouTube. It was a second one that literally came down and this column, this pillar of light came down, straight down. It's on my Instagram. And you can go and look at it there. It's so amazing. But they were all connected to they're showing me and reminding me Syrian gateways are coming, Keleena. Syrian gateway is coming. So that's how it always happens for me. Stuff comes down, it presents itself and it shows, and it's like, okay, get ready, here we go. So Syrian gateway many times is very much connected to um releasing old karmic things, like letting things go. It's like, and I explained this years ago on YouTube. What they showed me originally is it's like this big tunnel of light, but it's also like a vacuum. It sucks up like the old stuff that's not needed anymore. And so and it can be intense. So for some of you, it might have been going through some releasing from the 2nd through the 7th, and maybe you were starting to feel lighter through those days. That's what's happening. And it's beautiful. There's other things that are going on with it as well. 7 is a number of spirituality. So the expansion, of your spiritual side, your spiritual self, your awareness of your own spirituality and what defines you as spiritual. Okay, that's very interesting what they just said. Because people define spiritual in so many different ways. Allow yourself to explore the spectrum, they're saying, of spirituality and to really dive into what resonates for you. Okay. Um, Interesting. And they just said quantum leap. Someone just said quantum leap. Oh, okay. They're talking about 8/8. So yesterday I literally just saw 8/8. My daughter sent me a message at 8 o'clock at night. Oh, 8:08. I don't know what the other number. Oh, 8% of my phone. It's like, oh, okay, there goes the reminders. Lionsgate's coming. And so they're saying quantum leap. So something's going to be going on with quantum leap for 8/8 because they're tying these two together. So I will tune in more with that and I will see what it's going to be. I will see if I'm going to do something live for that day. I don't know yet. I wanted to do a gathering, but obviously this is not going to happen. So I may do an online thing. Okay, a reassurance of who you are. Please allow yourself to identify yourself as a creator being that is upon the planet. When we identify ourselves in this way, it gives us the expansion of who we truly are. When you only identify yourself as a man or a woman, as a chef, as a veterinarian, as a secretary, whatever, you limit yourself and you limit your capabilities of manifesting. The 888 portal will be a manifesting portal by quantum leaps if you understand the abilities that you have. Do not make yourself small. Expand your consciousness, expand your awareness. The soul is expanding. Your light quotient is expanding. And your love for who you are should be expanding as well. Define yourself as a courageous one during the Lion's Gate. Because we want you to know it took courage to be here now. And only the strongest chose to come. This is all we have to say. We are the ancestors of Keleena from Lyra. And we shall speak soon. Thank you for allowing us to collaborate and bring through these messages. We bless you in love, and may the lightest light of your soul expand. Oh. Okay, it sounds like Lionsgate's going to be fantastic. I'm going to have to tune into that. I might have to go back and watch this and see what they said. I haven't even tuned into it yet. Okay. All right. All right, we're going to do some more codes here. I just need to adjust myself one more time. I'm getting uncomfortable. When I'm starting to get uncomfortable, that's when my body is saying, okay, we're going to stop soon. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Stacy. Mariska van Leeuwen, you're welcome. Yes, the Syrian Gateway was powerful, Vinita. Morning. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, everybody, I'm going to have to go get my thing and plug in my computer. So give me just a minute. Ooh. Okay, can't drop this crystal. All right, everybody, just hang on. Keleena's got to do a technical thing here because she forgot. This is why I need someone to do this for me. Okay, where does this thing go? Oh, right there. There we go. I don't think there's someone at my door. There's somebody very loud out there. Okay. All right. Thank you for your patience. Fix my chair. Okay. Vicky's, okay, I'm just seeing what Vicky's saying. Her arms and hands have been in pain. Oh, very good. Realize that decision giving up your art for a couple years for employment, you're black. Your art, I mean, utilize your art. You do beautiful things. Use that as your employment. That's your gift to the world. Things that you do, they're beautiful. Um, Cheryl felt the codes vibrating through her body. Fantastic. Melissa felt strong in her chest, neck, and shoulders. Cool. Okay, fantastic. I'm so glad a lot of you received this. Um, okay. Thank you very much, Loretta. Jenna, it's my pleasure. I'm doing the best I can, you know. It is what I signed up for, to be a wayshower. Um, and the one thing that for myself is like, even though I may be in this excruciating pain, um, I'm still alive. And you look at how many people out there have things so worse off, you know, um, it's just pain and it's part of this process and we're working it out and we're understanding it and we're healing it and um, we know where we are in a process where other people that may be not in this process but are in other kinds of pains, um, they won't be able to get through it the way that we do, um, with that kind of understanding, if that makes sense. So I just want to show everyone that, just because I have this pain does not mean I'm going to give up. And that's been Keleena. That's Keleena. That's who this being has been this entire life. And I realized that this morning when they showed me the whole finger thing I talked about in the beginning, when they gave me the cell memory of the young girl with the smashed broken finger and no one took her to the doctor, no one helped. Um, so what I realized is the strength of the original version of myself that was in this body, so much strength and courage getting through life with everything that happened. And so many of you have the same, so much strength and courage and, not letting those things in life stop you when some people could, they could go the wrong way. But no, who I was before kept going and the things kept getting, worse and more injuries and more things and people not believing you or not helping you, not nurturing. And she just kept going. And I was like, oh, that's it. I'm the same way. I'm like, I came here for a mission and I'm going to complete it. Um, so it's yeah, we don't give up. We did not come here to quit. We did not come here to give up. And we did not come here to fail. And no one's going to take that away from us. If you've got that determination with this process and you're flowing in with it, okay, this is the next thing they're giving me. I'm going to flow with it and ease. I'm going to neutralize this and grace. I'm just going to, okay, what is this showing me? We're going to get through it and we're going to get through it together because we are all one. And even though I have my pains, you all have some of the same pains because we're all one and we're all feeling this at once. And the other thing that I noticed as well is that these are Gaia's pains. I have a tree that's out in the creek, right behind me. And I noticed yesterday, I call it the goddess tree. It's got the arms up and she's got her body. And I noticed the first time ever since I've been here for 4 years or in this house, 3 years in this house, she's got her right leg stepping forward and her right foot up. And I'm like, oh, I saw that this morning or yesterday morning out of the window. I'm like, are you really showing me that? And I was like, wow. So I'll have to take a picture and I will post it. Um, I was like, wow, okay, this is Gaia as well. So remember, we're her children. All right, so we're feeling her pain as well. Okay, we're all reflections of each other, and it's beautiful. Mariana Maka nasida krosno santa pura na mahana echnt isti. Okay, hello, frosted fluke. Um, oh well, blessed solar return to you, M. Telasco. uh, Sherry transcribed the channeling. Oh, did you put it down in the chat? I think that's what you mean. Thank you. That's my pleasure. Pickled Starship. I love it. Alaya Healing. Thank you, love. Yes, thank you, Vanita. Um, yes, this whole process can get overwhelming, Melissa. Absolutely. But it's what it's we signed up for it. So here we are. And as you're going through it, remember that we are we are creating this path for others that are going to go through it later. And when we do it and it gets placed into the grid, it makes it easier for the next that come along. And it's selfless. Okay. So thank you all that are doing this work now. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right, loves. Okay. Kakia Onama Nashadair. Okay, Maita, Sydney, Australia, hello. Ma Anakarasna Santa Torashna Suntamura Anana Era. Hasayaki. All right, here we go. Are we ready? We're gonna have some sound frequency and we'll see what other codes come in. Clearing, healing. Ot na ama sharami sokur. Yaswataram yarakam yahamatu. Yaham hanamata. Expand. Shashtikirastarastatura tarapeira. Nasanamarahane nakiatasta. No. Shagaras. Shum or ser. Paquitas. Tacatay. Oh, fairies. My, these were the dragons clearing. Ma ataqueras nasunto urma. Amor. Oratoria cataramia siata horaui Shamo name naskira ent maya. Many blessings. Hey, many blessings, everybody. Sadaud namana. Oh, I'm sorry if the sound didn't pick up. At least you get the energy of it. When my frequency gets too high, you can't hear it. I'm so sorry. We'll see what happens next time. We can't shift the thing in here. Okay, so everybody, oh, oh, something's coming in my left ear. Hang on a second. While I'm letting this come in, Stacy is saying she was walking on the beach and got stung. Um, if it was a bee, all right, pay attention to what foot it is also. Was it left side, right side, feminine, masculine? But last year in Costa Rica, I got stung by a bee. And I don't have allergies to bee stings. I never have. But my as my left foot, it swelled all the way up to my knee. And so what spirit showed me, what the guide showed me is that is from all the spraying, the chemicals that's landing on the flowers that the bees are pollinating. So they're getting the chemicals and it's within them. You think about it, and they're procreating too. And so I hope that you feel better. Okay, Marianama. Yeah, the dragons came in really strong. So they were doing some massive clearing. So whatever you received for them, I'm glad you were open to receive. And I'm sorry about the sound again. The frequency is so high with my voice, it doesn't pick up. I'll have to, Julie, you have to remind me next time because I don't know if I can do that through. It doesn't show up on here for me to fix that. Okay, and I think that we are complete. Maraka undiki. Yes, all is well. Thank you. So saying yes, all is well. And we will see what happens throughout this month. I will see if I will tune into 888 since they gave us some information on here already about Lionsgate and quantum leaping. And when they usually give me that kind of information, it usually means there's something I'm going to do, probably do a webinar or something. I really wanted to do something live this year in person, but like I said, my body is like, nope. So we will see what happens. If everyone can like and share the video, please, as much as you can, so that everyone gets this information that's going through body pains, but also receives the codes. It's really, I thank you very much. I appreciate it because my algorithms are because of certain things. They removed some of my videos a couple years ago. So I'm trying to get it back up. All right. So I love you all. And Mariana Katia Narirushnama. Namaste. Hang in there, everybody. We keep going. I love you, everybody. Take care.